How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And I see that you are a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I see.
I am. We got a game tonight, so I'm super excited.
Oh, that's what's up. With season opener, NFL's going for it. With everything's going on,
Yeah.
uh, we'll hope for the best. And that Patrick Mahomes, I mean, he's real good. He's real good.
He is. He is. We're lucky to have him.
Man, he got the biggest contract in team sports history. He can make up to $500 million.
That's crazy. And he's so young, so good for him.
I mean, and he's engaged. Sorry, single ladies, he's taken too. Just saying. Uh, but we'll
Yeah.
get to more of the Chiefs in a bit. But on the wrestling side, or matter of fact, or more on the personal side, how's everything holding for you since this pandemic and not being able to do a lot of shows and all? How are you coming along?
Yeah, it's been difficult. Even with the gyms closed and stuff to try and stay in shape while everything's kind of getting to our new normal. It's been a little difficult. You definitely need a lot of inner willpower and motivation, but it's coming along and now things are slowly opening up and doing some outdoor shows, so it's getting better. It's getting better.
So seeing that things are getting back to normal and that shows is happening, promotions are going for it, following the guidelines, social distancing and everything. Like from your perspective as a performer, you seen fans with masks and 6 feet apart. Like, how you feeling about this quote unquote new normal from a performer's perspective?
Yeah, at first it was a little nerve wracking, especially because I do have a compromised immune system. So, it was a little frightening to think, are people going to wear their masks properly? And are they going to stay 6 feet away and sort of things like that? And are the performers going to be, responsible and healthy? So it was a bit nerve wracking, but from what I've seen, everybody's doing a really great job. You know, Staying away from each other and just enjoying wrestling because everyone really missed it. So from what I've seen, it's been a lot better, and I'm definitely more comfortable now.
I definitely understand that, and I definitely respect that from you. It's challenging, you know, not being able to see loved ones and family members, and can't even do things that you used to do. I
Right.
will give credit to wrestling on this. While all these sports had to be put on hold, wrestling kept going, and it took a while to get to the swing of things, but they're getting better at it, um, following the guidelines. So props to wrestling for
Yeah,
sure.
they're doing good. They're definitely using protocols and moving forward and giving people the jobs back and giving them the opportunity. So it's been a lot better for sure.
Yeah, especially with performers finding a job elsewhere. That's very, very encouraging. Um, and
Yeah.
hopefully more of them will find jobs down the road, whether it's in the other major promotions or some independent shows are starting to reopen, for sure.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so, do you remember the last wrestling show that you was a part of prior to everything happening and things got shut down? Any memories from that show that you was a part of?
Yeah, I was actually in the South. I was in Georgia, believe it or not, and this was like late. February, I believe, when things started to come out, but they weren't super serious and nothing, the U.S. hadn't really gotten hit with this COVID thing yet. So, yeah, I remember driving down and taking a very long trip. That's like, I think it was like 14 or 15 hours from New
Mm.
Jersey down to Georgia for Empower Wrestling, and it's an all women's promotion, and I'm actually the champion there. So it was a really awesome experience. It was my first time in wrestling in Georgia, which was really fun. I thought the weather was going to be a bit nicer. It was a little chilly, and I was disappointed because it was cold. But yeah, it was a really good experience, and it was fun to be somewhere new for sure.
It's actually shocking that the weather would be a little cold. Like, I got family that lives in Georgia. They always tell me, yo, we a warm state. You gonna be all right.
Right?
And you go in there and it's like fake news. Like, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. I was expecting like beautiful weather. I was in a hoodie the whole time. I was freezing. I was like, what's going on, Georgia? But it was really fun, and it was crazy because a lot of us actually got sick on the way home. And before COVID was a thing, I don't know if I had the flu or if we all just got really sick, but it's just scary to think about. Like, wow, like it's very scary, the world right now.
It's definitely scary indeed. And, some people are taking it seriously. And unfortunately, there's people that is not taking it seriously, which is why we are in the predicament that we are right now. And it's going to take a very long time before this country gets back to what it once was. Um,
Absolutely.
you
Yeah,
know,
totally agree with that.
just concerts, conventions, festivals. Those are the things that I love going to, and all of them that I had
Right.
planned all got canceled. It was very devastating. Like, I save all this money for all these events
Right.
to meet all these people that I grew up idolizing and whatnot, and then you get that email saying, "Well, due to the circumstances, we're going to have to cancel."
Yeah.
So it's tough. Uh,
Yeah, absolutely.
so as far as to the wrestling and everything, um, who are some wrestlers, male or female, that you are so eager to get in the ring with once things really, really get back to normalcy? Like, who's some wrestlers that you haven't had a chance to work with but would like to one day?
Oh man, my list is so long for people who I want to wrestle and who I want to work with. It's such a PC answer, but it's always a really great experience no matter who you're wrestling to learn from.
Mhm.
So I started to have like not so high expectations about being like, I want to work with, A, B, or C. Now it's just like, I want to work with everybody. I want to learn from everybody. Everyone's got like a really cool new perspective. Everyone sees wrestling different. So it's just really exciting just to get back in the ring really with anybody now and, work with a lot of different people. I wrestled a guy named the Whisper a few weeks back, and
Mhm.
it was somebody that I hadn't really seen much of, but was such an like pleasure to work with. So now I just have like completely open mind for working with really anybody just to get that experience and to learn.
Definitely, you can learn something, whether it's a veteran or up and comer. One
Yeah,
thing that I keep hearing from wrestlers in particular is that you can always learn something new, something different. It don't matter how
yeah.
many times you step into the ropes. Like, by the time it's all said and done, you'll be like, "Wow, I really learned something today." Uh,
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about wrestling is that it's always something different. Things you wouldn't even think of, and everyone has such a different perspective, and they can give you such great feedback and give you new ideas and new moves, and you always learn something about yourself too when you wrestle someone new, and you're like, oh, well, I didn't know I could do that type of match, or I didn't know, that I could sell that sort of move, or I didn't know that I could keep up with this sort of person. So it's always such a great experience, and it never stops, which is really the most fun.
Absolutely. So I want to get your take on this. So I think it was a couple of weeks ago, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, a magazine, revealed its top 500 wrestlers of 2020. And
Mhm.
notice something different. For the first time ever, women are on the list. And I think the
Yeah.
highest ranked woman was Kylie Ray from Impact Wrestling. I think she was
Yeah.
ranked in the 80s, the 70s. And obviously, they still got their woman list. I think it's going to be posted a little bit later this year. Um, how do you feel about seeing women on that list for the first time, given what women wrestling has done and continue to do after all these years?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible just to be noticed as an athlete. So, all these incredible women get to be featured, with the men because it's been a struggle. It's definitely a male dominated industry for sure. And, we've been taking strides to be taken more seriously and be treated like athletes, and, the stigma that, women's wrestling is different, but it's really not. All wrestling is an athletic performance. All wrestling, whether you're male or female, you're working just as hard. And I think it's incredible now that women can be featured alongside men. It's not like a one up. It's not just women or just men. It's all of us, because we are part of the wrestling community, and we should all be, shown in that light all together, because we all make up one family, and that's really kind of how it is. So I think it's fantastic for sure.
It was a big moment for women wrestling just to see women on that list. And y'all keep going, y'all keep striving, keep getting better, and and what I like about the list is I get to learn from some wrestlers that I didn't even know of, especially
Yeah.
on the independent scene. So while people bicker back and forth about, well, this person's ranked too high or ranked too low, I'm looking at all these names. I'm like, who is this person? Who's that person? I need to know about this
Right.
person. So
Right.
I guess that's my approach when I look at these
And
lists.
that's a great approach. That is a great approach, because then it opens your eyes to all these people and different promotions, and different wrestling around the country or out of the country. So it's really incredible. So I really love that. That's how you see it, which it's fantastic.
And I looked at the 500 list that way. I look at the 50 woman list as well, especially the Japan wrestlers. Uh, Hard hitting, strong style. I like that style for
Yeah.
sure. So, what are some upcoming shows, upcoming events that you're going to be a part of that your fans need to know?
Yeah, so we're taking it slow. I'm staying pretty local right now, and as more wrestling comes out, hopefully you'll see me. But coming up, we have Synergy Wrestling, which Synergy is such an amazing promotion. Everyone should definitely check it out. It's a Jersey promotion, and that is on the 26th. And I'll be wrestling LSG there, which will be really, really fun. And yeah, definitely check that out. And then I have some coming up in October. We have Standalone, and that's also a Jersey promotion. And we're going to do some really amazing charity work there and raise some money for our friend Val, who has some health issues that we are going to raise some money for, which is going to be absolutely amazing. And, amazing card, a lot of amazing wrestlers on that. Ace Austin, I know. Brian Cage will be on that show. My husband, Brandon Kirk, will be on that show. So it's definitely going to be a really fun month, even though it's only a couple of shows coming up. It's going to be really exciting. So definitely check those things out.
Definitely check these shows out, and with wrestling shows starting to resume, it's very, very important to support these shows more than ever
Yeah.
before. Even if you can't even be there, you can post it on social media. And hopefully, friends around that area can go check it out. Um, we definitely need these wrestling shows to survive and make it through the next year. And hopefully, we'll have a better control of this virus by then. So it's
Yeah.
very, very important. Promote, support independent wrestling, support these wrestlers, buy them merchandise if you are financially able to. I know I've been buying merchandise like crazy these past few months. I don't know if you see
Yeah.
my timeline, but I'll be like, "You got merch? You got merch? You got merch?" I'm like, I'm willing to try to help.
Right. That's great.
And why don't you go ahead and promote your social media links as well, as far as where can people find you in the internets?
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter at Catal Casey. Get my followers up because I deleted it a few months ago and I lost all my followers. So if you like sports talk and wrestling talk and just silliness, go follow me there. And then my Instagram is Kasey Lynn with an E Kirk _. And I don't really use Facebook too much. I'm not really, I post some stuff, so don't add me on that because I'm not too active. So go on my Instagram and my Twitter, and I'll follow you back. And yeah, we'll have some fun.
She really does follow you back on Twitter. I'm
I
a
do.
witness. I'll just click the follow button. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll contact her eventually. But then I look at her and she's like, she should really follow me. So I need to get her on the show. So the rest is history.
Yes.
So before I let you go, as you say, season openers tonight with your Chiefs against the Texans.
Yes.
And from my understanding, it's going to be like 25% capacity of Arrowhead Stadium will be filled tonight. With this being the opening night, the banner's going to be unveiled. First Super Bowl in franchise history. I'm so happy for Andy Reid after all these years he's meant to the game.
Yeah.
And the family issues he's had. Happy for him. And Patrick Mahomes,
right.
He's the real deal. He's the future of this not just in the organization, but NFL overall. Because with Brady, Breeze, Rodgers, they getting real old. And
they are.
And I'm a Saints fan, so I didn't even know this. Honestly, honest opinion, do you see your Kansas City Chiefs getting the repeat?
Hey, we gotta believe, right? I'm seeing it. I'm seeing a good future for us. So hopefully, if everyone stays healthy and the NFL does the right stuff, like the NBA got it down pat, so hopefully the NFL can figure it out too and keep everyone healthy and safe. And then I think we got a really good chance.
I will say, as far as the NFL, it's felt like business as usual. Like you trying to figure out what they're really gonna do. There's no bubble.
Yeah.
You just gonna let these players and teams travel. So we'll see. I think they do better than Major League Baseball. I got a little faith in NFL.
Yeah.
Because they only play once a week. So
right.
So
exactly.
We'll see.
So hopefully we got this down, and hopefully it'll be a great season because I think we all need a little football right now.
oh yeah, college football is underway. NFL's tonight. It was great having you on the show. I definitely appreciate you being on, and shout out to all the wrestlers that's just getting their jobs back and getting it back to do what they love. And you got merchandise? I'll buy some for you too. I'm getting paid tomorrow, so I'm buying more merch.
I got a whole bunch of new stuff coming out, so keep your eyes peeled because I'm gonna have some good stuff.
I'll definitely keep an eye on that. But you take care. Go watch your Chiefs, and we'll try to get in the future. Thanks for your time.
Yes. Thanks so much, and stay safe.
All right, you too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.